freaks, all the honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like because they don't get.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the greatest YouTuber of all time. The only YouTuber that sometimes makes you money. Nostalgia!
Stay Gucci down to the socks.
Bong hits! We're back with another one.
Girls creepy when they see me, Navajos creep me and they teepee as I lay down laws like Alan Coppet. Stop it.
Anyway, welcome in. Good morning.
Just
let it sink in.
In two, as I flow with the junior mafia, I don't know what the hell's stopping you. I'm clocking.
What the hell's stopping you? We're back with another one, and today I have an interesting video. By the way, let's celebrate silver prices hitting $65 an ounce. Ring that motherfucking silver bells, silver bells. Soon it will be silver morning, baby. We're back. Yeah, let's go. Silver blasting off again. Silver's blasting off again. We're back with another one. $65 an ounce. If you're listening to me on this fucking channel, I actually made you some money. I was telling you it was about a 50, 45. Anyway, the FOMO. I could have bought 400 ounces for $40 an ounce, and the guy fucking lived far away. It was just ended up not making the deal happen in time before prices spiked. But so silver's at $65 an ounce, and it doesn't really show any signs of stopping anytime soon. And this might be the analogy, and I shouldn't even say it on my channel yet because I haven't bought as much silver as I want to. I am buying 100 ounces of silver tomorrow, which is good news. My Ampex order got canceled, so instead of putting $4,500 into gold, I'm actually going to put that same $4,500 into silver. So that's cool. I'm kind of glad that canceled because I paid a fat premium on just grabbing an ounce of gold because I was FOMOing really hard, and you don't want to be in that FOMO and hard situation. I tried never to be in that, but it was a different time. Gold was spiking like crazy. I couldn't find much gold anywhere, and then all of a sudden I started buying ounces for like $4,100, so more or less. So I got lucky on some zips. So I don't really want to buy gold at $4,500. You know, I mean, even though it's still not bad. It's just you can find cheaper deals right now. But gold just went up too, as well as silver. Nothing to sneeze at. It went up a little bit. That both are doing well. But this might finally be the thing that will break the internet, and we'll see if it does. So other channels have sort of did an analogy like this, but we're going to break it down on my channel and put it in my perspective of how I look at it. Look, I'm going to go back. The Federal Reserve was created by a bunch of rich, extremely successful men. And they basically made it so there's a system that pays the worker in paper. So instead of going back to ancient times where they paid you in silver or gold for your work, they're just able to pay you in literally worthless monopoly paper. Which, granted, that monopoly paper was backed by silver, so that helped. So back in the day, it started off as not a scam. But the thing is, it's a massive scam that can get out of control. Like, so if you got a dollar bill, it'd be, it's backed by $1 in silver. You can trade it for $1 piece of silver. Now, it's not like that. It's completely off the rails, where bullion prices skyrocket from the dollar. That's what we're seeing silver at 65. The chains are just breaking of this system, where everyone should question this and say, wait a minute, why do we need the Federal Reserve? What's this should have been a question. People should have seen this years ago, and I don't know how they didn't. This is why we're so fucked in the first place, is why do we need the Federal Reserve? They can just print more money and eventually fuck that ratio and screw over and make all the American people poor. So then you're accepting their currency that devalues and devalues and devalues. So you're being tricked. And why do we need that? Why can't we just exchange stuff in gold and silver like we already can? Now, does everyone kind of get what I'm saying? Is like, why do we actually need the money? The only thing you could argue is well, to trade it, to buy food, of course. But like, besides that, it's like you can trade fucking gold or silver for food if you had to. And really, the dollar is just a tiny little step of turning your silver or gold into cash and then buying your shit you need. But like, other than that, it's really not that useful. There are other ways to pay. There's credit cards. As your gold goes up, you can, turn it in, end up transferring it into other things that you can sell and, pay your credit card with. So cash really is fucking pointless. It's very pointless to hold. And it is just worthless monopoly paper. And it's not backed by a damn thing. And this is why you're seeing the prices skyrocket. And even right now at 65, it's still nothing compared to where silver can go. I think most of this is just industrial demand. And then like 10% of the population waking up saying, why do we need cash? Why can't we just hold silver and gold? I mean, it's the same fucking thing. There's not much of a difference. So, but that's why you're seeing this ratio get crazy. And I think it will get even a lot crazier with silver, that it should really spike in this market a lot more. So even now, it's not that terrible to get in. I'm still going to be buying more. So as much as I hate it at this price, but I want to make sure I at least have like close to 200 ounces that if it happens, I'm like, I'll be all right, So, but I see this ratio continuing to slip because what do you honestly need the Federal Reserve for? They're just a way to rob you. And they're just an added built-on unique way because they do it in such a unique way where you don't really look at it because you're too busy working. If you keep people working, then they don't have enough time to really think of how bad they're getting fucked, and see cash for what it is. It's just paper that you mentally assign a value to, Let's see if we can do the cash flip. Oh shit, wait, ready? There we go. But it's just paper that you assign a value to in your mind and of what it will buy you in the real world. But it's a fucking scam. Like, it's just monopoly money. You don't need the Federal Reserve System to survive. We just don't. It's an extra fraction that keeps robbing you and fucking you. And the American people are waking up to this and saying, I don't need that shit. Like me down the street, I'll buy all of your silver and gold for cash. So, I mean, anyone will buy your silver or gold. I mean, it's really not that, it's not like it's a not liquid. You can sell silver and gold for whatever you want. And, as long as you're asking market price, I mean, it will sell. So it's like people are saying, why the fuck do I need cash? Like, why not just have gold and silver? Someone, if they think I'm being wrong on this one, I mean, so you're safe in dollars, I guess, but you're also guaranteeingly knowing that your dollar is getting like 5% cuts every year on it or 10% cuts every year. So it's like, it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy early that the world wakes up and realizes, wait a minute, I'll just hold silver, dude. I'll hold gold. I'm not going to fucking hold paper currency, and that's just kind of where we're at. And other channels have kind of made this analogy, but I really want to break it down for my subscribers of why I make that analogy of, like, you could see silver and gold run off the rails. They're not backed by the dollar anymore. So, like, they're actually infinitely worth, an ounce of gold is infinitely worth more than $1. I mean, $100,000 or $1 million because it's infinitely more than a pile of paper. You know what I mean? Like, and especially if you look at it long term, it's like in 30 years from now, if this system still continues to somehow survive, it's like, dude, silver and gold should be like, just not even like represented in paper. Like, no one will even take paper for it. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Like, it's getting to that point now. But I think it's going to get a lot worse. So be prepared. Be prepared. You know, I don't just make these videos for my health. I want to see my subscribers' wealth protected, to be honest. And silver and gold is the safest thing I know to get in. I think silver, honestly, right now, though, is just the moonshot. But both are great. And that's why you should definitely be prepared. But to realize, what do we need the Federal Reserve System for? And when everyone really comes full circle to this, you know, and full circle, go to the circle, and they get privy to it, everyone's just going to want to buy silver and gold. I mean, it's like, it's just the truth. So why not be ahead of that curve? And like I said, I think most of this 65 an ounce is industrial demand. Like, I don't even think it is real investors like me or you that are like, hey, this is going to be an easy bag, man. You know, there's some out there, but I think a lot of it is genuinely industry needing it this bad. And then like maybe 20% like real investors. There was just a major physical order apparently that was held in China for over $1 billion in silver. And that's supposedly why the prices went up some. But yeah, when people realize this, they're going to be like, yeah, I don't why hold cash? It's just going to be more worthless. So, and even the people that don't like to take risks are going to be like, well, why not just hold silver? You know, because it's like, it's more risky to hold cash that's just going down and down and down and down and down. So, and you're also seeing people trade their Pokemon into silver. And people are trying to trade everything into silver and gold because they're like, this is the currency. So this is what people are going to accept on the streets. This is what people are accepting now on the streets. I mean, if you come to me with silver, I'm going to be more inclined to do business with you over coming to me with a handful of cash. It's how it is. Or if anyone else out there that's doing business, they're going to be more inclined to come to you if you have the silver or the gold. It's as simple as that. No one's going to be really chasing down, oh my God, I got to have your cash. Like, that's such a kind of a dying thing. There's still the occasional crazy crackheads out there that still think that way, of like, oh, $100 bill, buy me this or that. And it's just like, that's not really, you know, anyone that's like logical about it, they see, wait, so silver is what will buy me anything, you know, and it has so much potential. So that's all we have for this video. $38 trillion of debt, baby, skyrocketing in the gold and silver reserves. That's all we got for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. We're out.